Hi, my name is Consuelo Sanchez, and I am the Program Coordinator for the Clark County Law Foundation. Today, we will be showing a brief video about the Youth Restorative Program. Clark County Law Foundation's Youth Restorative Program, or YRP, provides an alternative to conventional discipline and can be a valuable resource to schools. The success of restorative justice practices has been proven by research. Conventional punitive policies fail to address the causes or contexts that shape the disciplinary violations in schools. YRP addresses student infractions in a manner that focuses on three principles. The first is accountability, which involves the referred youth becoming aware of the harm caused by their actions and accepting their obligation to the individuals harmed. The second is cooperation, which involves the process of reaching a mutual agreement on appropriate consequences that comes by facilitated conversation between the youth, their parents, and the school. The third principle is competency development, which involves providing the referred youth with the tools to develop empathy, resilience, and healthy coping mechanisms. A circle begins with agreement from all parties involving the incident. Parties to a restorative justice circle will often include, at the outset, the facilitator makes clear all the steps that the circle will follow. During the circle, the facilitator guides and motivates the referred youth, keeps them focused, and builds a team atmosphere. The primary goal, as stated earlier, is repairing the harm and building the referred youth's relationship with their community. Youth advocates communicate with the referred youth before the circle. If the referred youth is uncomfortable sharing in the circle, it is the youth's advocate's responsibility to share on their behalf by providing meaningful context about the incident. Parents are vital to restorative justice practices. They are strongly encouraged to participate in the circle as their buy-in is necessary to achieve the outcomes of the circle. A parent's perspective can offer nuance to their child's behavior. The administrator raises awareness on the impact that the incident had on the school, including their staff and students. They help reach a mutual agreement on appropriate consequences for the referred youth to repair the harm done. Community advocates ensure that the community's interests are represented in the circle. There can be many levels of community depending on the incident. The community may include the victim, members of the student body, or other entities affected by the referred youth's actions. Later in this video, we will provide you with an example of a restorative justice circle process. This is not a scripted video, and many of the roles are played by current student and attorney volunteers. In this scenario, the student was caught vaping marijuana in the classroom. The school administration referred Rose to the Youth Restorative Program to address her behavior. Our goals here include 1. Help Rose become accountable for her actions. 2. Repair the harm done. And 3. Provide Rose with the tools needed to become a responsible member of her school community.
Good evening. My name is Tracy Davis. We are here for the Clark County Law Foundation Restorative Justice Circle. I am the facilitator for this evening. This evening we have our involved youth, Rose. What happened at school was that Rose had a test that day, and Rose decided that she was going to smoke. The teacher saw smoke coming around her desk area, went to investigate, and saw that Rose was vaping a marijuana pen. So we're here to kind of talk about what happened, but let's lay down some ground rules. And those are, first of all, we are going to be a safe space here. Everyone can talk about their feelings and feel comfortable doing that, and we should make each other feel comfortable doing that as well. Second, respect. We will listen to each other, and we will take turns to speak. And finally, confidentiality. Everything we speak in here stays here so that we can continue to help other youths out. But more importantly is for Rose to feel comfortable and all of us to kind of take our perspectives into this room, and then we'll kind of work out a solution at the end. let's start with Rose.
I was caught smoking in class, cause I didn't really want to be there, so, I didn't really care for the test, so I just figured I'd smoke, get it over with faster. Yeah, pretty much it.
My name is Abby Lucy. I'm the youth advocate for Rose. We have spoken at length, and one of the things she told me also was that she started smoking marijuana because all of her friends were doing it, and it was well, if my friends are doing it, why can't I kind of deal. So, I mean, she didn't necessarily feel that she had done anything wrong because she had seen other people doing it as well.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm Rose's mother, and I'm kind of on board the same train here. It's legal now, and I know that it's probably wrong to have done it in school, but Rose is like a 3.8 GPA student. These tests don't challenge her enough, and so I can see why she's bored in class. But
You're trying to figure out why we're here.
yes, that would be great.
Okay. And then we'll have the school telling us why we're here.
We're here because underage smoking of marijuana, if at any place, just the fact they're underage and smoking marijuana is illegal in the state of Nevada. It's a crime. We hate to see youths with such great potential, like Rose, you said, with her 3.8 GPA. We hate to see kids like that end up in juvenile because of one small mistake. We are here to help Rose realize that her actions had harm on her school and herself and to her peers. And we want to do that so that she doesn't have to return to this system later on or return to the criminal court as an adult. But we need to establish that smoking marijuana underage is illegal, and we are here to try to right those wrongs.
My name is Jasmine. I am the community advocate, and I spent many hours and many days after school studying for this test. I know my friends in the class and I had went in after school for tutoring to get help from the teacher because we knew that this was going to be a hard test. So having what had happened in class become a distraction and have to stop the test was unfortunate for those of us who did study a long time for it.
And of course, we're here not because we want to point fingers at you, but one of the reasons why we're here and do these circles is we want to hear from everyone how what you think that you did was about you. It could affect how other people and how everything's going. I do see that you and your mom on the same page, but while we may think that she's an adult, but she's not biologically by number, so how can we kind of change that, at least for her not to do it in school?
I don't know, like Rose, do you have any ideas, any thoughts on this?
I mean, I know people study for all night for the test and everything, but if it really was that difficult to test where like, if it was on one day it was thrown off, I don't really know, thought it was my fault. Because if you studied all night one day, what's the difference with it being another day? I even need more study time, so.
And then, I mean, from your mom, getting her from your mom that you're pretty bright, but obviously not everybody's on the same level, like, you and your mom are cool, but not everybody else is like that with their mom, so it kind of changes things for other people. Abby, do you have anything to add for us?
Yeah, I mean, with the whole studying thing, as we mentioned, she has very high GPA. She didn't really have to study for that test. She felt like she knew everything. And I mean, I can kind of see where she's coming from, where she doesn't really see how it's her fault. So maybe if we could hear from the community advocate with how it impacted the other students, especially, and not just your thoughts on the perspective.
And then we'll go to the school after that.
I unfortunately have a really hard time in that class. It takes me an extensive period of time to learn and to really understand the material in that class. It's hard to find quiet time at home to study for it, so breaking it up while I can and fitting it into my schedule is really the only way that I can study. And that may be the situation not just with myself, but with my other classmates in that class.
In addition to the effect on the student, we also have to take a look at the perspective of our teachers. We have very little teachers following the pandemic, and they spend all day grading papers, attending lectures, teaching you guys, and they have their own families at home to attend to as well. By trying to make them reschedule a test and move their lessons back, that's an inconvenience to our teachers. And more importantly, Rose, you're a model student. You're a 3.8 GPA. You exemplify the type of academic student we want our students to look like. However, if you're caught in class smoking marijuana, that shows other kids who may look up to you that smoking marijuana is okay. But it's not, because it's illegal. And we want to make sure that you understand that your actions not only made it seem acceptable to other people, but that they caused a huge burden on our teachers.
And for other challenging classes like AP classes or honors?
I mean, not really no, because I just didn't, I mean, the classes are so easy, it's just like, I kind of get to do whatever I want at home, because I don't really have to study for anything, so.
I think we're kind of encouraging you to sign up for something a little more challenging for you to keep you busy at school.
Yeah, I'll try.
Like what?
We have an honors math program after school. We have AP and IB classes at our school that we offer, and we'd love for you to be taking in those classes. We love to see our students motivated to take up new academic pathways, and if we think that that enables you to stay busy and stay focused and organized, then we believe that you won't resort to marijuana just because you have nothing to do. If you take these challenging courses and engage in the programs that we have at school, we believe you can find a very fulfilling purpose at school. But you just need to come and tell us that, or go to the registrar and ask for more challenging courses, and we'd be more than happy to assist you in those.
And I think we still have to address the usage of marijuana. It sounds like something it's been regularly done. I don't know if the school has services to kind of addressing substance abuse.
We have been short on counselors for a while now. However, we can talk to some third-party people like drug counselors and have them do seminars in the school. Or we have online curriculum that talks about the effects of drug use and peer pressure, which we could help. But also I believe the Clark County Law Foundation can maybe help refer Rose to some peer pressure workshops, but I'm not exactly sure how CCLF would do that.
And as part of this group, we can also use Clark County Law Foundation as a partnership. We do have other partnerships with other services, counseling services that we can refer you to, but also kind of keep the accountability for the school and yourself as well, that to make sure you go to these counselings, to make sure you're doing these things, including maybe sign up for more challenging classes, playing sports, joining a club to kind of keep you busy. You can still hang out with your friends and do things on your free time, but we want to keep you busy. We want to make sure you don't do this in class again. And the Law Foundation can have a community partnership to get you to that, and also we can follow up with you and with the school to make sure that we're on the up and up. And so Clark County Law Foundation will do a follow-up to do the referral services, and we'll work with your mom and you, and then we'll follow up with the school, and so that way we know if everything's on the up and up and if the behavior has changed. Sounds good?
Once everyone in the circle has come to an agreement about what Rose's next steps are, the facilitator will close the circle. The resolutions were aimed at addressing the concerns raised by everyone in the circle. First, to meet the students' need for challenging coursework, Clark County Law Foundation will work with the school staff to address this issue. Also, for opportunities outside of school, the youth was referred to dual enrollment programs creating for high school students to enroll into college-level courses. Second, to address the concern of vaping marijuana, the youth was assigned to participate in drug awareness, substance abuse, and social-emotional learning workshop. Third, to ensure the student became more involved in school activities, they were recruited to a volunteer committee at school responsible for designing drug awareness posters. Youth restorative practices take time. Clark County Law Foundation will work with the referred youth and the school during the referred youth's completion of the program. This includes weekly check-ins with the referred youth, their parents, and reporting back to the school on the student's progress. Clark County Law Foundation's case management will address the referred youth's immediate and long-term needs through referrals for wrap-around services. To learn more about the program or to make referrals, contact us at 702-333-8277 or send an email to director@clarkcountylawfoundation.org. Thank you for watching.